Are you ready?
Yeah, are you?
Duh. Born ready. Hi everybody, this is Daniel, I'm Olivia, and you're watching Jobs in Showbiz. How are you today, Daniel?
I'm doing okay. I'm okay. You?
Amazing. Thanks for spending the day with us.
It was an easy Tuesday, so yeah.
And thanks for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate it. So first of all, I want to start off with wishing you a happy belated birthday.
Oh, wow.
I know, I remember these things.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Birthdays are important for some people. Did you have a good one?
Yes, from what I remember, it was pretty good.
Awesome. So, Daniel here is an actor. He's been on Man Seeking Woman, The Magic School Bus, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Mean Girls. There's so many credits. You can check out his IMDb. I will leave a link, but those happen to be my favorites. When you were starting out, was this like a full-time gig for you, or was it just a hobby you did on the side?
Well, I started when I was 8, so it's not like I had very much else going on at the time. But I don't know. It started out, I was just kind of like an outgoing kid. I say outgoing, but I think I might have been like a bit of maybe a class clown.
Well, you have to be brave, that's for sure.
Well, I don't know about that. I
Put
guess I just
yourself out there.
I didn't know any better. But I don't know, my parents thought it would be a good outlet for me. And there was this kid on my hockey team that was into acting. So, we set up a meeting with his agent. And then in the beginning, it was a lot of commercial auditions and stuff like that. So it wasn't really acting, I guess, at the time.
It's your foot in, right?
Yeah. And then finally I got like my own show at like 11 or 12. We started doing Are You Afraid of the Dark, which was really cool.
I remember that. Like, I remember watching it.
Wait, you were there?
Not on the series, but I remember watching it. That would have been really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was a lot of fun. But at 11, 12, you don't really know sort of what's happening, but but you're having fun anyways. And that's what my parents always said. Listen, as long as you enjoy it and you're having fun, we'll keep it going. And if you keep your grades up too. So
the pressure was on just a little bit.
yeah.
Amazing. You know how this business is unpredictable.
Yeah, totally.
So do you ever find like, shoot, am I going to get my next job soon, or?
Yeah, do you think about it all the time? I mean, I feel like...
you have so much experience now, so...
Yeah, but I feel like that doesn't really... I don't want to say that doesn't matter anymore, but like there's so many different facets of the industry now. Like, I remember, this is so weird to say, but years ago, it used to be like, especially in Toronto, if you were a good actor, you would get work, Like there's so much more competition now, and there's so many different levels of it too. Like a lot of people are figuring out like sort of their own hustle or their own sort of way or their own sort of thing that they can do that will keep them going. It's not just sit back and wait for an audition.
Yeah, you got to make your own opportunities.
You got to make your own opportunities.
Or someone else is going to take over.
That's true. Yeah.
We will win. This isn't competitive at all.
No. It's the whole nature of this business.
Right?
Yeah, right.
And I've seen a few ads for comedy shows. So is that an avenue you're pursuing nowadays?
Yeah, it's funny. Alan Clifford, who's now a friend of mine, reached out to me. I don't even know how long ago, to do like a stage show that was like mixed improv and scripted, and it was something I'd never done before. So I thought, yeah, let's try it. So I did, and I enjoyed it, and I hope I wasn't horrible, but they asked me to come back, so I guess it wasn't too bad.
No, that's amazing.
Yeah, but it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. It's different, especially doing it for as long as I have. Getting to do something that's new, that kind of scares you a little bit is important. Yeah, totally.
So where can people see you?
Right here.
In Toronto.
Right here, right now.
And on this interview. To see your comedy, let's say, if someone wants to stop by.
Well, I don't know if it's comedy, but but I don't know when the next one will be. But we do have, we shot Russell Peters' new series, The Indian Detective. We shot it earlier this year in South Africa.
Wow.
And in Toronto, and they shot a bit in Mumbai as well.
No big deal, right?
No big deal. But that comes out at the end of November, so that'll be CTV, and then I think Netflix after that. So
we'll definitely be tuning in.
Yes. Oh, and for the little ones out there, for the 4 and 5-year-olds that are watching,
yes.
We just started season 5 of Paw Patrol. and I'm back for that. So yeah,
that's so cool. My
All
little
you
cousin
preschoolers.
is
Oh, yeah?
obsessed with it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Love it, love it, love it.
But it's a Canadian show, which a lot of people don't know.
I didn't know that.
Which I'm pretty proud of. I mean, I didn't make it, but I'm part of it. So
You're
yeah.
part of it, so
yeah.
It's your creative inputs in there somewhere.
Somewhere I forced it on them. Yeah.
So I met Daniel while I was auditioning for a TV series. So I saw that you were working with a couple of casting directors.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on how that experience unfolded and what you've learned in the process?
Yeah, it was, it just kind of happened years ago. I want to say like 10 years ago. There was a casting agent who was good friends with my agent, and they didn't have a reader for that day. When you go in for an audition, you have the casting director, you have the camera person, and then you have another actor.
Somebody
who's a
that
reader,
reads
who's going
across
to
from
read the script with you, at least in Canada. It doesn't always happen that way in the States, especially in LA. So anyways, they didn't have their reader for that day. So the casting director called my agent and said, do you have anybody? And she's just like, well, Daniel's available. It was probably a Tuesday, so I wasn't doing anything. So
Tuesdays.
Yeah. So I went in and read for the session, the casting session, and it was a lot of fun. It was different. You know, as an actor, when you audition, you never really know how things go.
Right.
You know, and you always want to be sort of that fly on the wall, right? In the audition room, either before what happens, what they're saying, and during your audition, then especially afterwards when you leave. And so I got to do that for a little bit, and then I started to do it pretty regularly. And so now I work for a couple of casting directors in the city that I've worked for years now, and it's been pretty cool to see the casting side of things. You know, I get to work with the different producers and directors that come to the city and see sort of how they operated in an audition setting and how the casting directors operate as well, and it's really interesting. You know, I wish sort of every actor had that experience.
I did it once while I was in theater school. I was able to watch it on the first years coming in.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that was invaluable.
Yeah.
And they let us stay for all the critiques and everything.
Yeah.
So do the casting directors here, like, are you staying while they're choosing people? Do they ask your opinion, or are you just...
Yeah. We talk about it at like the end of the session when we wrap up or whatever, or if somebody was really good or somebody was really bad.
Oh, jeez.
You know, you kind of talk about that stuff. That's the stuff that sticks out, though, right?
No, of course.
It's not the middle of the road stuff. It's like, oh wow, those are really good audition. Or, oh my god, that was not good. That was.
Well, either way, they remember you in some way.
yeah.
Try to get on their good side.
Yeah, hopefully for the better, anyways. Yeah.
Very cool.
So if something is shooting out of town and you have to send an audition, or if casting directors are accepting self-tapes, there's a couple of places to do it around the city. There's Casting Central, there's Milestones, there's also an app. There's an app called My Self Tape app that you can download from the App Store, and you can do it in the privacy of your own home or home studio, wherever it is, and it actually just puts the clips together, and then you can email them off. For voice tapes, if you're a voice actor, if you don't have any equipment or a microphone or anything, you can actually just do it on your iPhone or your Android device, whatever you use, or you can use your laptop, which is what I use. And this is going to sound really weird, but you can put like a blanket over you, or like a comforter over you, and it actually improves the sound. It kind of makes it a little bit more acoustically dead. And I know the sound people, if there's any sound people watching this, probably want to kill me right now, but that's a little tip that you can do to actually make it sound a little better. So
Daniel, if there was another job you could do on set, what would it be and why?
Oh geez, I tell you what I wouldn't want to do, script supervisor. That is too intense and way too much attention to detail.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to be. Exec producing sounds like a lot of fun.
Sounds cool.
Sounds like a lot of sitting behind the monitors in Video Village. I'm gonna say that I don't know exec producers, but I don't know. That's the goal. Anyways, I think this is, you can agree with that. That's why we're doing our own things and we're on our own hustle, is to get to that producing point where all the work happens, and then once you're on set, you can kind of hopefully just look around and take a moment and just be like, oh wow, this actually came together.
Yeah, and I'm running the show here. Yeah. People care what I say.
Now you have to listen to me.
Exactly. Well, thanks for coming on the show, Daniel.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Thanks, guys, for tuning in. And, of course, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Ciao.